Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi excellent students of Senior High School of Global Madani. So how are you doing today? Hopefully you are doing great. Welcome back to my English class. So let's learn English together. Well everybody, in this today's learning sessions, I would like to ask you a questions. Are you fond of reading? Or do you like reading? Kalau kalian suka membaca, misalnya you read about famous people biography seperti pahlawan atau ilmuwan, or do you enjoy your history class? Atau kalian membaca pengalaman seseorang yang terjadi di masa lampau. It means that you read about recount text. Berarti kalian sedang mempelajari tentang recount text. That's what we are going to learn today. Are you curious? So let's check this out and enjoy the video. Wow, do you know anything about recount text? Or have you ever heard about it before? Or perhaps when you are in the junior high school, you have learned about it. Yeah, recount text generally retells about past events. It's usually telling about an action or activity which has happened in the past, such as your holiday experience, history of one country, or someone biography. Recount text biasanya merupakan sebuah teks yang menceritakan kejadian di masa lampau. Kalau kita membaca biografi atau belajar tentang sejarah dunia, atau ketika kalian menceritakan pengalaman liburan di semester kemarin, means that we talk about recount text. Hal tersebut merupakan contoh dari recount text. Nah, apa sih sebenarnya tujuan dari dibuatnya recount text? Well, actually, recount text has a purpose to give an information or to entertain people. Jadi biasanya recount text dibuat untuk memberikan sebuah informasi atau hiburan bagi para pembacanya. Untuk lebih jelasnya lagi, let's take a look this example.
Last month, my family and I went to the beach. We went holiday on Sunday. We went to there by car. In my journey, I saw many buildings all the way. We also saw beautiful view like mountains, trees, birds, and many more near of the beach. After we arrived in the beach, we drove a boat to enjoy view in the beach. My brother played football while I was playing with the sand. My mother saw beautiful scenery with binoculars while my father eating the burger. After that, we opened some food and drinks and enjoy it together. Before we go home, we took a picture together to capture the moment. Finally, we went home in the evening. That's the example of recount text.
Teks yang baru saja kalian tonton merupakan salah satu contoh dari recount text. In the text, it's talking about the story of having holiday in the beach. Di paragraf pertama dalam kalimat last month, my family and I went to the beach. We went holiday on Sunday and we went there by car menunjukkan sebuah orientations di mana kalian bisa menentukan siapa partisipan dalam cerita tersebut. Nah, dalam cerita ini partisipannya adalah I and my family. Kemudian dapat dilihat setting tempat dan waktunya itu adalah in the beach and also last month. Wow, the next is in the second paragraph, which is tell about the activities done by the writer. From going to the beach, drove boat, and saw a beautiful view until they taking picture together. Di paragraf kedua menceritakan kegiatan penulis dari awal, dari menuju pantai, kemudian mengendarai perahu hingga melihat pemandangan di sekitarnya, sampai taking a picture together at the end of their journey. So those activities refer to the events atau aktivitas yang dilakukan penulis mulai dari berangkat hingga pulang yang disebut sebagai event 1, 2, 3, dan seterusnya. Di paragraf terakhir, dalam kalimat finally we went home in the evening is called as reorientation atau penutup sebuah cerita, di mana si penulis talking about the end of their journey to the beach. Well, so that's how we analyze the generic structure of recount text, which consists of 3 parts. The first is orientations, the second is events, and the last is reorientations. So, what is orientation like exactly? Biasanya dalam orientation berisi tentang general information of the story, seperti siapa tokohnya dan di mana setting ceritanya. Nah, kalau dari contoh yang sudah Miss berikan, kira-kira can you guess who is the participant and where is the setting of the story? Yaps, the answer is the participant are I and my family. And also the setting is in the beach. Jadi tokohnya adalah saya dan juga keluarga saya. Kemudian setting ceritanya berada di pantai. What's about the events? The event is telling about what happened sequentially. Event disebut sebagai urutan kejadian dari awal hingga akhir. For example, jika kalian berlibur selama 3 hari, you need to explain what did you do in the first day, second day, and also the third day. The last but not the least is the reorientation, which tell about the closure of events atau penutup dari teks recount. In learning about recount text, we know that recount text is divided into 3 types. Jadi recount text itu terdiri dari 3 jenis, atau jenis recount text itu terbagi menjadi 3. The first is called as personal recount, and then the second is called as factual recount, and the last one is imaginative recount. Lalu apa sebenarnya perbedaan antara ketiga jenis text recount tersebut? Let's find out together. The first is personal recount. So what is personal recounts? Apa sih yang dimaksud dengan personal recount? Personal recount is a text of recounts which has a functions to tell a personal experience. Jadi personal recount itu menceritakan tentang pengalaman pribadi, seperti contohnya like for example your holiday experience is categorized as personal recount. And then the second one is called as factual recount, or a recount text that has a functions to report a real events, atau menyajikan sebuah laporan tentang peristiwa yang benar-benar terjadi, seperti contohnya biografi seseorang yang terkenal, famous people biography, or a historical event. So that's the example of factual recount. And then the last is called as imaginative recount. So what is imaginative recount exactly? So imaginative recount is a text that has a functions to retell about imaginative story, and then we write it in form of a sequel events. Jadi biasanya ceritanya bersifat imajinatif atau hayalan yang tidak nyata tapi benar-benar terjadi di masa yang lalu. Like for example, misalnya Miss kasih contoh. Misalnya Zaki ketika masih kecil dream to be a superhero, dream to be a Spider-Man. And then right now you write it your dream or your imaginative story in form of essay. So this is called as imaginative recount. In creating recount text, you need to pay attention to the language features that usually used by the text itself. The first is the use of simple past tense, the second one is action verb, and then the next is adverbs and conjunctions. The first, we use simple past tense in explaining and writing recount text. Seperti yang sudah Miss jelaskan sebelumnya, recount text mengacu pada kegiatan atau peristiwa yang terjadi di masa yang lalu. Jadi tenses yang harus kita gunakan itu adalah menggunakan simple past tense. For example, last month my family and I went to the beach. Dalam kalimat ini menunjukkan kegiatan yang terjadi di masa yang lalu, yang artinya saya dan keluarga pergi berlibur ke pantai bulan lalu. Hal berikutnya yang harus kita perhatikan when we create or writing a recount text is the use of action verb or kata kerja. Biasanya penulis akan banyak menggunakan kata ini untuk menjelaskan sequence of events atau peristiwa yang sudah terjadi dalam teks tersebut. Nah, karena recount text menggunakan simple past tense, maka action verb atau kata kerja yang digunakan adalah kata kerja bentuk kedua. Seperti contohnya, went, saw, took a picture, played, and etc. Besides simple past tense and also action verb, we need to pay attention about the use of adverb or adverbial phrases. So what is adverb? Adverb adalah kata yang digunakan untuk menerangkan waktu, tempat, and describe the characteristic of the participant in the recount text. Usually, the writer will use adverb or kata keterangan to show the setting, untuk menunjukkan latar atau tempat dan waktu kejadian dalam sebuah teks recount. Dalam contoh teks yang Miss berikan sebelumnya, ada beberapa adverb yang biasa kita gunakan untuk menjelaskan teks recount. Seperti contohnya, untuk adverb of time itu ada last month, kemudian ada yesterday, kemudian last year, kemudian tahun seperti 2000 or 2010, dan lain-lain. And then for adverb of place, for example, in the beach, at the school, in the office, in the mountain, and etc. Nah, hal terakhir yang harus kalian perhatikan juga adalah the use of conjunction and time connective. We use conjunction to explain the event sequentially. Jadi kita menggunakan kata hubung atau konektif untuk menghubungkan kalimat satu dan kalimat yang lainnya. Hal ini bertujuan agar kita dapat mengurutkan peristiwa secara berurutan dan juga menjelaskan sebuah kronologis peristiwa dengan jelas. Biasanya kata hubung yang kita pakai itu ada kata and, or, after that, finally, next, and etc. To make you more understand about recount text, I give you 2 examples. Please take a look and read carefully. The first is about creepy camping and the second one is about the life of Barack Obama. Wow, so that's all for our learning today. Semoga bermanfaat. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to ask me directly, or you can put your question in the comment box. Thank you for watching. See you on the next class and video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.